All across Ascension Land, throughout the test of time. Good evening and a happy Fair Friday to you all. Joining me tonight, myself, JP. Joining me tonight, my good man, Andy Gray. And I seem that Andy seems to be back in love with the Mac Free, mate. Talk us through it. I take it he's made up.
Aye, I've just thought I'd get a wee shave, mate, because sure people my apps are saying that my beard's getting too long, mate. So nice wee shave, but a moisturiser. I'm getting like you, moisturising every Friday, by the way.
That's
Brilliant,
it, mate.
that.
It's hard to. Honestly, it's tough at the top to keep looking this good, mate. Honestly, but as I said, no, a very good evening to you. Good evening to everybody that's joining us. Joining us tonight, we've got Ange on the YouTube, and Ange says, "Evening, folks. Good evening,
Even
Ange." Leo Porter joining us says, "Good evening, lads. Hope you're well." I'm
Even
very
mate.
well, Leo. Good evening, mate. Hope you're well too. Johnny Boy Graham, he says, "Evening, troops. Hail, hail." Good evening, Johnny Boy.
Evening, mate. Evening.
And Smell the Glove says hello.
Hi.
So I will say hiya. How you doing? Joseph Agnew joining us as well. He says hail, hail, JP and Ryan. Here we go. Good Friday. Hail, hail. Hail, hail, mate. Well, as I said, mate, it's Fair Friday, and what a Friday it's been, mate. Weather-wise.
It's been terrible, isn't it? The Glasgow summer doesn't disappoint, mate. I think it's obviously Fair Friday, mate. People are all going on holiday, and I don't think the sun's coming here, mate. So I think people who are going away for the weekend or the week have got the right idea, mate, because let's be fair, I think our summer's finished, mate. I think we had a good weather a few weeks ago, and I think we've missed it now. I think it's back to dull old Glasgow, mate. But apart from that, how are you, mate? How are you?
I am good, mate. As I said, it's been a kind of a very dreary weather-wise day. Very wet. I hope anybody that maybe thought this morning was going to start very well in terms of weather-wise and stuck a washing out. I hope you get your roller skates on and fast enough to get out there and get back to it, because I was driving home earlier on, and it was like driving into a different country. I came from somewhere that was really dry and you know, totally calm weather-wise, and then I drove home, and honestly, it was like driving from a city to a city, and I was only 10 minutes in the car. So it was a bit mental, mate, to be honest. But other than that, mate, I'm fine. I've had a good wee week. Started off my wee boy's birthday at the beginning of the week, mate. And then obviously the week's just progressed from there. It goes pretty fast, mate. The kids are at nursery. My wee boy's actually starting school this year, so I'm looking forward to that. Up a big day. That's on 16th of August. He goes to school, so I'm looking forward to that. That's flying and all. I mean, I can't believe he's 5. That's frightening, scary. My daughter's 3, so she's catching up with him as well. So I've got my hands full. But other than that, mate, tickety boo. And I'm loving the fact that we're only 3 weeks away from the curtain raiser on our new season. I'm also loving the fact, mate, we're only 2 weeks tonight away from our first live event. I hope that means that you've shaved the night or the day. Well, it's definitely been the day, because you weren't like that Wednesday when it was either yesterday or the day, but I'm hazarding a guess it was a day, because you certainly look as if you've your ears lowered as well. So I'm hoping that's not going to be the last we see of your actual. Because to be honest, mate, I think it's been a while since I've actually seen your chin.
Just call me Chisel Chin.
Aye. People say that about me, I know, but they're looking at about more than one chin here. They're looking at a couple of chins.
It was the day, mate. Shoot the day, so moisturise it up. Wee haircut. Out tomorrow night to party, mate. So I need to look good for whoever's going to be out, mate. Could be anybody in that meaning. Don't know who we're going to see these days, mate. They look good. So, but I was getting sick of the beard, mate. I don't know if people can do it. It's too itchy, man. It's horrendous. And then took me half an hour to shave, mate. So I don't know what's better, just to leave it or just do the effort and it's an effort, mate. We need to look good these days. Look at my good gorgeous self, mate. It's an effort. Just, mate, let's be fair. We all know, you know, and I know how to look gorgeous. You need to put on all the slap on and
just
your
on that
gel
note,
and
everybody, I don't have right said Fred, I'm too sexy, ready to play for you just before MD's wondering why it's not getting played. I know I'm good, I'm not that good. But your man for that is man I'm ready to mention here, Mr. Alec Beveridge, who seems to have deserted us tonight. Hope he's got a valid excuse for that, Ryan. I don't know if I'm chuffed about that at all. But yeah, for anybody who didn't know, this podcast is now sponsored by AB Entertainment, and it is indeed a Mr. Alec Beveridge. So Alex runs a DJ business that caters for every type of function you can think of. If anybody wants to get in touch with Alex, anybody's got any family functions or any birthday surprises that they've got coming up, or even any events whatsoever in your family due and in the not too distant future, please don't look any further than our good man, Mr. Alec Beveridge. That's the telephone number that's on your screens now, folks. Ryan, I've said that about a million times, mate. I think we're very, very privileged to have Bev on board with us, mate.
yeah. As you say, mate, he's not just a Celtic fan. He's a good cracking guy as well, mate, and he's got a fantastic business. Like you say, anybody who does want any birthday occasions, if it's anything at all, if it's birthdays, somebody even wanted bar mitzvahs, garden parties, sausage bowl parties, anything you want, Bev will sort it out.
Double
But
denim
no,
parties.
double denim parties. I might need one myself, Bev. So, so I hope, Bev, the fact you're getting a wee sponsor here, I might need to get a wee deal off you, but I may need to fatten my double denim first before I get an event going. But no, but a serious note, JP's fantastic. He's a fantastic guy, massive Celtic fan, and he's got a good business going, mate. And
Yes.
like I says, mate, it's not just a guy who puts on karaoke or spin decks. It's an entertaining business, mate, and he puts on a cracking show for people for it's bingo, karaoke, anything at all. It will definitely get you sorted with a good deal and a fantastic night. So please get in contact with Alex if that is something you conduct in the near distant future or in a long further field, because he'll take bookings anytime he's want, guys. So, so again, Alex, it's fantastic business. Again, JP's vision suits us, and the vision's what we want as well, mate. So going forward, I hope you get on a karaoke soon, mate, because I've heard he's a good singer as well, by the way.
Yeah, I've heard he's not a bad chanter, mate. We'll find out soon because he's doing our live event coming in the 28th for a month, mate. So we'll find out because he's not getting away scot free, that's for sure. Well, a couple of people joining us, Ryan. Jerry H is evening, boys. This is the same Jerry that last Friday was quite good at a quiz. And Jerry says 106 over here, as in weather-wise. So lucky Jerry. I'm surprised he's even up to watch this podcast. If it's that weather, he must be absolutely frazzled. Kenny McArdle joins us on YouTube tonight, and Kenny reckons that let's look forward to elite signings. Hail, hail.
Hopefully, Kenny. Hopefully.
And
mate.
Thomas Hand, he says, new subscriber. Not sure what this is promoting yet. Hail, hail. I'm not sure what Thomas means, to be fair.
I don't know if he's maybe talking about Alex's business there. I'm not sure, the sponsor. I'm not sure if that's what he's meaning.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to let us know, Thomas, you can, mate. But again, mate, cheers for joining us, and thank you very much for subscribing also.
Yeah, thank you.
And Jem reckons, when are we going to see your face again, JP? Well, to be fair, Ange, I've not really took my mask off since Halloween last year, so I'll consider it soon. Let's just say that. Yeah, and James says, perhaps Alex has got a gig tonight, guys. So, yeah, he probably has. He's a busy man, as we said. So that's why I did mention when I was speaking about that to get in touch with him ASAP. And then that way he can check his diary and get anyone that wants to get involved with him scheduled in. I'll put up his details one more time for you guys. There it's there. I'll give you a couple of seconds just in case anybody wants a note of that. But yeah, no, like Ryan says, he's an absolutely gem of a guy. He's a big Celtic fan as well. So obviously, us and Tim marries quite well together. And yeah, we're looking forward to the journey. But as I say, it's Friday night. Show goes on. What are we all here? Is Champions League experience type players needed to progress us forward? We'll come to the Who Am I quiz a little later on. But Ryan, I'll kick us off. I do think we need one or two. Before I get into it, there's Alan coming back on. He says, "Evening, guys. Hail, Jenna and I are watching again. Alan, I hope it's on the big screen again, mate. Not be taking any of this demoted nonsense to an iPad or a phone screen. So
it's Friday night. Friday night, boys' night on the big screen.
Hope I've got it on a big screen and get the popcorn and that out, mate. Because I was saying that's too early for that yet, right? So we'll get the popcorn out about 10:30 for wee man's fresh-faced old man look.
as they say, still game Friday nights, all right.
And Robbie Logan has joined us on YouTube as well. Robbie says, a wee bit late on tonight, troops. Always good to listen to you boys here. Well, thanks very much, Robbie. I would say to my missus, at least somebody listens to me. Definitely. I'm absolutely, that's made my day, to be honest with you, Robbie, because I'm glad there's one person out there that listens to me, because there's loads of people that probably don't. But cheers again, mate. But like I says in the headline, is Champions League quality needed to progress us forward? In my opinion, it will be a massive help. Yes. Is it needed? We've got to remember the guys who are currently with the squad, Jota aside, is still pretty much the same team from last season. They will be more experienced and they will benefit more from last season's experience, in my opinion. So I think they'll have learned already. You've got to remember, guys, as well, boys like Matt O'Reilly, he came from MK Dons. And no disrespect to MK Dons as a team, but the level between MK Dons to Champions League level is absolutely night and day in comparison to anything that he came up against weekly or even domestically, i.e. the Cups or that itself was challenging. Maybe even the step up to Celtic was challenging on its own. And then very quickly, he came in January, and then very quickly the following summer, after that summer, he's went on and he's played in the Champions League. Rio Hatate, Kyogo, Maeda, they've only played in Japan. So, again, very, very challenging for those guys as well to make that step, because it would have been a massive step up from anything they were used to. But they've made the step now, folks. So, for me, Ryan, I do think, there's a lot of this chatting now about, we need big name players and we need this, we need that. Big name players don't always work. They don't guarantee you anything at all. What they need to be profiled enough so that they'll come in and fit into this group. They need to fit the camaraderie that's in the team already. Because if they don't, they're not going to be any use to us. That's the be all and end all. Shane Duffy had a big profile. Maybe not exactly the best player, but he had a massive profile. He played in the Premier League. He came up here with a lot of press behind him in terms of, he was well known. He was a big, he was an established defender. He came up here, and okay, it was a bad season for him. It wasn't just a bad season for him, it was a bad season for the club, but he wasn't able to individually perform in that team either. Lots of good players, guys that have, played at really good levels, have come up into the Scottish League before, and they've not done too well. Look at Aaron Ramsey. Look at Joey Barton. Look at Nico Cranchar. Okay, he might have been a wee bit further on in his career, but guys of that ilk have came and not done too well. Ian Wright was the same. He's another one that springs to mind for Celtic. So just because you come with a big profile doesn't, in my opinion, guarantee you anything. You have to earn the right to play for that strip. You have to earn the right to play in front of us as fans, and you have to earn the right to be part of that squad. You don't just get anything gifted to you nowadays. You've got to come in and work. And if a guy like, just say for talking sake, okay, the name that seems to not be going away just now is a lad Tete, who Brendan had at Leicester, right? Again, big profiles, played with Leon, played with Shakhtar, played in the Champions League, done the damage against teams like Real Madrid. When Shakhtar leathered him a couple of seasons ago, he was instrumental. I think he scored 2 and set up a couple of goals as well. I think they took 4 or 5 off Real Madrid, if I remember right. I think it was at the time, remember, when the Bernabeu wasn't fully open, or that was part of COVID or whatever, and they beat Shakhtar. Shakhtar beat Madrid, sorry, and he was part of that Shakhtar team. He is only 23 as well, but again, just because he's got that big profile doesn't mean to say he's going to come here and hit the ground running. There's more chance of him doing so because he's got quality, but it doesn't guarantee you. It will be a help, I don't doubt that. But I think there's other types of profile players there, Ryan, that we could go and get who maybe aren't in terms of big, massive names, but they've got big, massive ability and big, massive, minerals to bring and add to the squad. But I also think we need to give Brendan a wee bit of time as well there, because he'll want to come in and fully assess the squad up close. He's probably watched them at length from a distance for quite some time, right? I'm not naive enough to think that, but I do think he's probably, he wants a bit of time to work with these guys to then assess what he needs. Now, there's a big hole there, right? And everybody's probably going to jump on and say, but yeah, Jota's not there anymore, and yeah, we're doing this, we're doing that. That's fine. I understand, Jota was caviar, in our opinion, Ryan. We said it long enough on here. But we need to replace Jota. And in my opinion, it needs to be either like for like or better to replace Jota. Not necessarily a big profile, because sometimes, again, a big profile would... Big profiles come with big egos. That's the way I see it, right? They'll come with a massive ego, Ryan, that sometimes they'll demand things that a couple of the other boys in the squad might go, "You're just in the door, what you are about?" Like, boys like McGregor and Taylor, and they might not take to a big profile coming in and pointing fingers and saying, "No, it's your fault, it's your..." A lot of boys, modern day football, Ryan, a lot of young guys don't know how to handle that. They don't know what to do. They don't know... Constructive criticism just no in their vocabulary. Yep. Some boys need a wee cuddle, mate. Some boys you need to put your arm around some of them now and just, give them a bit of encouragement. Look at Mesut Ozil. Mesut Ozil signed for Arsenal because Wenger loved him. You ever heard of this in life? Because I get somebody, he's got to tell me that he loves me. I know. You're a football player. You're a football player. If he didn't sign you, then he wouldn't have wanted you. Of course he wanted you. Otherwise he wouldn't have signed you. But no, as I say, it was profile, something that you build with a team. It's not something you necessarily have already, but I can get people's opinions. But in terms of experience, Champions League experience would be a help. But for me, it's not a massive guarantee for anything.
Aye, like I've always said to you, I think we spoke about it on Monday or last week. I've played with some guys, you played with some guys need a cuddle, some guys need a boot up the arse, some guys need an absolute rock, and it just depends on the way they react to certain circumstances, and it all depends on how managers coach and how managers feel their man management is going to suit certain players. For me, I've said to you, I've said to other guys in group chats and even my own man and stuff, just let the manager and the recruitment staff and the board and whatever, we'll just let them cook, because I said to you, I still think within the next, obviously maybe 8 days now, I think you'll, within the next 8 days or so, I think you'll maybe see names starting to fly out. You'll see deals starting. I know there's talk about the two guys for Korea maybe coming in. So you maybe see maybe 2 or 3 guys heating up now, maybe getting closer. Because, like I said to you, mate, there's no doubt about it that Celtic are doing things quietly again. They're doing things behind the scenes where the press aren't getting much wind and nobody's really talking about Celtic signing players, and it's all in the background. And me and you like that because it's not putting everything out the public eye. It's keeping it behind. It's keeping behind the scenes where the club know what's happening, and kind of keeping it on the down low where it's just like just keep ticking, see who we can get in. And for me, I'm kind of agreeing with Alan's comment as well. What Alan said in the comments there, that I do feel that we do need 1 or 2 established players, experienced players to come in, because it would help the group. It will obviously, ideally, it'd be a massive bonus. Mate, I'm not saying you need to go and spend £10 million, but you can get wee gems for players in Europe who might have been doing well at a club, but then that's down to the recruitment staff and the manager to think, could we get him here and spark his, like maybe some player like somebody like maybe Scott Sinclair. I know he wasn't playing well with Aston Villa, and Aston Villa were doing well at the time. And I do really feel a Scott Sinclair type signing with somebody that maybe hasn't really done well in the last year or two, and bring him in could spark him. Somebody with experience, somebody like the boy Tetty. He didn't do amazingly for Leicester, but he was good with Shakhtar and he was okay with Leon. And I do feel that that kind of pedigree is somebody you need to get in for, obviously just in general, just to have that experience around the squad. But I would say for the European side, I do think we do need 1 or 2 guys who have maybe played at that level for more than the guys that we have, to help guys like McGregor, to help guys like Joe Hart as well. But that sometimes does come at a cost. And we can't sign 3 guys worth, well, we could, but it would mean your budget's done for the season. If you paid £8 or £7 million for 3 players, I've got that pedigree, that means you need to pay that type of wages. And it's, I can maybe season for 1 or 2 at a push, but I couldn't say 3 or 4 at massive prices. I'd love it. I'd love it, Alan. I'd love it. Anybody who listens to the podcast knows I wanted to go and sign a £9 million, a £10 million to go and put a statement out there, to go and say, listen, we're going to go gung-ho here, especially for the league and just blow teams out of the water. But anybody who watches this and listens to this knows I'm really big on the European side, and I want us to do better in Europe. So if that means getting 1 or 2 guys that maybe break the wage, no break the wage structure, but put it up a wee bit, and then if it means we're going to progress in the future, I'd rather JP, like we've always said, sometimes you've got to spend a bit of money to then do better in the future to get it back in. Like we did when Rodgers' first spell, when he probably played good money for Dembele, then with Edward, good money.
Didn't he, Ryan, we spent, what was it, 500k on Dembele?
I mean wages, he probably got a decent bit of wages probably coming through down south. Sinclair was probably good wages. Kolo Toure came in, was probably decent wages as well. I know maybe because his age, maybe no, but just with his experience, I'd think he would become here a decent wage. So then we spent a bit of money, maybe wages, and the year after we done the same, but we got all that money back through qualifying for Europe, winning trebles, selling players on. So we made it back. So if you sign a guy who's worth a good bit of money and have the plan of action, knowing that you just said there, that he's going to come in with an impact, boom, right away, within 18 months, they could get another £10-15 million. So the club have got a decision to make whether they go and do that, or they try and just get a wee niche with somebody who has maybe got experience, maybe somebody like Tetty, who's a free transfer potentially, because I know he's either going to rip up his contract or he's going to rip up his contract, which means he's a free transfer, and JP for a free transfer for that pedigree, it's a very good deal. Again, for me, it's kind of no risk and no gamble, because you know what he's going to do. He's a free transfer. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. All you're really paying is wages. You're not paying a big transfer fee. But I do think experience needed in some capacity, and be that 1 or 2 players. But then again, it will cost money. So not all the time, but 9 times out of 10, JP, you know yourself, mate, and probably people in the comments as well. 9 times out of 10 in this day and age, you kind of get what you pay for now and again. Most of the time, I know we've been lucky. In my opinion, I think we've been really lucky. Just about everybody we've signed, apart from one or two, has been spot on. And for some of the transfer fees, it's been remarkable. Like Hatat, even Kyle for 4.2 million, ridiculous value for what he's done. So in my opinion, JP, I'll let you back in, mate. But I do feel that we do need a bit of experience just to help the guys that are here, and it would benefit us going forward, especially Europe, because I do feel, I think me and you've got the same opinions, mate. I don't think we're too far away to what we've done with Ange, and I think with Rodgers, he's already said he's going to do some tweaks to the formation, and Ange, he thinks that Ange's team is missing wee tweaks. So if he sees that and then he can progress it, JT, then I think you're in for, I'm not going to say we're going to win loads of things in terms of Europe, etc., but I think we're in for a bit more, how do you say it, competitiveness and maybe getting more points. But aye, mate, I'd like you to do it, but it all depends on if the transfer fee's correct.
No, I know what you're saying, mate. I understand. If the business is there, then why would you not do it? And like I says, but it also needs to be the right profile. It needs to. We can't just go and sign anybody.
So that's what I said to you. You were spot on there in terms of the character, because what Ange's done, he brought in guys who were the right character and the right fit, and it's worked. So you can't then go bring somebody in who's going to go and upset the apple cart. This is what we don't want. Like he says, big money, big wages, big egos. You don't want that. You want everybody to fight for the same cause, the same mental, everything. You want everything the same. So no, I totally get that as well, mate. You're spot
on. Like I says, that this current squad, like I says, minus Jota and Moy, have mostly been together now for 2 years. So you need to fit that profile that's going to come in and be the right fit for that squad. You can't just be anybody. Celtic will profile a player that they've got their own sort of profiling, the way they work.
Yep.
We can all fling names about and like this, and we want this guy, and they might not be the right player. But by the way, Barkas had a decent profile to sign with us.
Yep.
It never worked out for him. I don't want us to go and spend £7-8 million on a guy that we would say right now, just for talking's sake, as an established player, and then he comes in and he's not even established enough to make a team a cup of coffee. No, I know you're that. Do you get what I mean?
No,
and then it just doesn't work out, because what a layout of money that is for that not to work out. You can't afford to take that gamble, Ryan. When you've got a leg to protect.
Well, we spent £10 million a year in Barkas and that failed. So,
well, that's what I'm saying. So I don't want us to throw money away. Like I says, with the club, no, everything seems to be quite silent now, and it's all anticipation's building as to who it's going to be. That's amazing in my opinion. But see, when the day strikes, Ryan, it needs to be right. We got the unfortunate news yesterday that obviously Alistair Johnston is going to be out for a couple of months. People are saying, he needs to go and do this. He can't go and sign another quality right back, because then how's he going to keep everybody happy when AJ becomes fitter and he gets back to full fitness? But I get people saying, we need to go and get somebody because we don't think Ralston's capable of doing that job longer term. That's okay if it's domestically, but very soon, in the first 2 months of the season, we are going to play a Champions League game. So we can't, in my opinion, get into the Champions League with Tony Ralston at right back. It's not because the boy's not able to do it. It's because it just won't work out. The makeup of the team won't be right. He's just not able to play. He's not able to play at that level. It's just unfortunate. He's brilliant domestically. He looks good against teams like St Johnstone, and he's improved totally. I get it. But in my opinion, man, at a higher level, when he is pressed and he's asked to play quicker, he's asked to think quicker with his mind, I don't think he's suited to it, Ryan. That's just my opinion. He's a brilliant guy. I know quite a bit about him. He's now became a dad and he's got a daughter, and That's amazing, and it's amazing how he's managed to turn these, because his career looked really bleak before Ange came in. It looked quite, quite, quite negative for him, because I think
Yep.
even on here we were first to kind of say he's going to be first out the door. He's probably one of the first ones that's going to leave the door. I think Greg Taylor was another one that wasn't far behind him, by the way, if I remember some of the predictions. So, but Greg Taylor's well at that with his career. Ralston's still here with his career, but he's went up a level for here. Do you get what I mean?
Yep.
So, I don't think Ralston now has got that in him to go there. Um, Listen, I hope I'm proved wrong. This is just my opinion, Ryan, and what I'm seeing in terms of. So, if we're going to be missing Alistair Johnson for a couple of months, then in my opinion, we need to bring somebody else in who's ready.
Yep.
Similar to Starfelt, similar to Kyogo, similar to Hatate, similar to Matt O'Reilly, who is going to come right into the team straight away and make that impact. No take 4, 5, 6 months to get up to speed and be ready. I'm quite disappointed as well to hear the news that Marco Tilio is not going to be ready for the beginning of the season. That's quite disappointing. Because you're hearing really good things about the boy, and then all of a sudden you're hit with that setback straight away when Brendan does an interview. And then obviously he tells us about Mikey Johnson's setback again and all, in terms of he's out for 3 months and he's now he's going to need an operation on his back to solve an ongoing issue that he's had. That boy's just been totally rubber stamped with bad luck for the last 4 or 5 years. The best luck he's probably had was this last season, in terms of the run of football that he was able to have. But then this is an ongoing back problem that he's had for some time, and obviously he's now going to find himself again on the sideline. So, on top of guys that we think we need, you've now got these problems. These have now been added to your to the headache of, right, what do we do? There's guys in the first team for me who I think need to move on. Boys like James McCarthy, it's just not going to work out for him. He just needs to go somewhere where he can play football and try and enjoy what little of the rest of his career may be. Are we going to see James Forrest back at his best again? Is he going to have that luck that Rodgers all of a sudden manages to get him fit and ready to play? Who knows? We've got Haksabanovic. For me, we need to see more for him. Again, I don't think we've seen enough. We've seen these splits here and there, but it's not been enough to go, right, you could give him a run of 10 games and you're going to get, the Jota's quality out of him, or, we've seen that in wee spells here and there, but we need to see it over a longer period of time. Kobayashi still looked a bit raw towards the end of last season. Is he ready to come in and take a place if for talking sake, Carter Vickers, isn't he going to be ready for the new season and he's going to remain on the sidelines for the start of the next season? Is he ready to come in and play beside Starfelt? Boys like Stephen Welsh, is he ready to cement a place finally in the team? These are all question marks, Ryan, that we should not be sitting here asking ourselves right now. This should all been well sorted, because we should have other guys, in my opinion, we should have other guys in and ready to do what the boys are unable to do. Because again, mate, I don't think, this is just my personal opinion, I don't think Stephen Welsh is good enough to play in the Champions League, mate. I just don't. This is where he's going to be tested now. This is where Brendan is going to be tested in terms of, does he get these guys out the door to bring in better? But then if you're bringing in, we're saying we need elite players. You bring in elite players and then say to them, by the way, we've got guys that are injured now, so see when he's back fit, you might not get a game. Elite players are going to be like that, right? What are you talking about? Do you get what I mean? So this is how I'm saying to everybody that's here. we need to be careful with that, because if you're saying to people, you know, if you're saying we need elite players, we need experience, do you think you're going to be able to say to experienced players, right, guys, we've got Carter Vickers out injured now. When he's, just say it's an elite centre back you want in, when he's back fit, you might have to play, you know, on a rotational basis, or. But Carter Vickers would be sitting there going, hold on a minute, I've been in this team for the last 2 years, and we've broke all sorts of records defensive-wise, and we've done this, and we've done that. We won a treble last season. Look at my record in the derby. No? So, I don't think they two have lost a domestic game playing together.
Mm-hmm.
They still haven't lost in a 90-minute domestic game playing together, Starfelt and Carter Vickers. They've been there 2 years. Mm-hmm. Mate, that is, I don't care what league you play in, that is absolutely phenomenal.
No, it's amazing. It's amazing.
But Ryan, what I'm saying with the recruitment is, I think people you need to be careful with what you're asking for as well. Aye, we want a bit of quality, that's fine, but you see that quality can only come in if you sell Jota, then you replace that with quality. You can't just bring an elite player in and an experienced player in and say, right, do you know what, you're only going to play 4 games because he's out injured now, and then see when he's back, you might not get a game every week because he's been there for 2 years. That's football. Injuries happen in football, we get that. But that's how elite players are elite players, because an elite player, Ryan, in my opinion, if you're bringing in the guys that are experienced in the game, boys that have experienced at top level, these guys are going to question the manager. They question choices. You think Guardiola doesn't get questions off Kevin De Bruyne? See, if Kevin De Bruyne is not happy with something, you first want to go, hold on a minute, boss, why are we doing that? What's happening? I don't doubt that for a minute. Just because he's Pep Guardiola doesn't mean to say you can't put your hand up and ask him a question. If you're not happy about something in your life, you need to speak your mind. You need to, and it works in every walk of life. So these guys are no different. So again, you're bringing in elite players, but if you bring in players with big characters, and they might not be happy, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I say the camaraderie in the dressing room's already spot on right now. You need to be careful with what you add to that, because if you add boys that are coming in and they're going to be like, oh, look at my boots, look at my hair gel, look at... It's not going to fly. It's not going to fly for me either, because I don't like seeing that. There's boys out there like Paul Pogba, who's more interested in what colour of hair he's going to have for the next game. No, I know you're laughing, Ryan, but these guys get paid a lot of money, mate, to play football. To play football. That's it. Not to jump about and they've got a new motor every week, and who are you going with this time? I've met this bird off Tinder, and then I'm nipping this bird off Plenty of Fish, and then I'm doing this off, and I'm 2-timing her with a bird on Twitter. No, you're there to play football. Do all that and you're finished. I know I maybe sound like Roy Keane here, but I don't like all that, mate. I'm quite old school that way, I know. You do all that and you're done. And Jesse Lingard's like that, I know, mate. He's more into what he looks like rather than his actual... What's your job be, man? You're there to play football. These guys bring a lot of baggage, and I think you need to be careful. That's why I'm saying the profile has got to be spot on, mate.
No, you're right. You're wanting guys that are going to come in and work hard, and if you're working hard and doing well, then do that after the park. But if you're not really doing well, then it doesn't look good on you. You were saying there about us having questions on maybe some of the guys, some of the Finns players, or some of the guys who have not done maybe too well. Me personally, I don't think there's any questions. I just think they're only other now because there's guys that will come in. For me, the jury's out. Stephen Welsh, he's not a young boy anyway. I think he's 23, 24. For me, 23, 24 is not a young boy to play with Celtic. If you're not the first team every week at that age at Celtic, then you're never going to be the first team, in my opinion. So,
sorry, Ryan, there's a comment in for Alan here. I'm actually going to throw a curveball back at Alan here. He says, I think if we brought in a quality centre-back, it would be Starfelt that would be at risk. He's saying he would bring in a quality goalkeeper. Totally be there. A centre-back, a centre-attacking midfielder and a winger. Alan, see if you go and look at Starfelt's stats individually between him and Carter Vickers, he's got the better stats in terms of defending. He's got more interceptions, more blocks, and more clean sheets. It's mental, mate, because he's actually played more in the team than Carter Vickers over the 2 years. I know that might be mental, mate. I really do. But honestly,
No, the two,
he's
we
got better
can't, aye.
stats, and we're all saying that Carter Vickers is probably better. Starfelt is absolutely quality. He's unbelievable in terms of defending.
The two of them
He's
are good
everything you want
defenders.
in a defend,
Aye.
and they work well together.
The two of them are
Just
good.
bodes well together.
The two of them are very good, mate. And even Europe last season, they were decent. It was the reason we failed last year in Europe was because we weren't clinical enough. For the first time, I know Janovic done the odd mistake, and I think Joe Hart done the odd mistake against Leipzig. But as a collective, it was due to finish. And if we, Kyogo and Giacomakis, even Jota and Maeda done a bit better up front, because I probably finished second or third in the group. So
Yeah.
defensive wise, I'm not too worried with a fully fit team. But you're talking about questioning some of the guys. But for me, JP, I've said to you, Ralston's done amazingly so far to get to where he is in his career playing with Celtic. But if we want to move forward and play and get to semis and European finals or get to quarters and the last 16s, etc., we've got to have better than Ralston. And again, if I met him on the street, he's probably a cracking guy. I go and watch these guys. He's one of my heroes. I go and watch him every week. I pay my money to go and watch him. But you can get better than Ralston. Anybody who says we can't, then I think you're just blinded by it. You're just trying to be our favourites in the team because he's done well. He's consistently okay and domestically. But in Europe, he gets found out, and we've seen that. So it's nothing against him as a player. It's just we want to, as fans. I say I'm a fan here, JP. I'm not sitting here salty guy because I'm a fan. I'm not playing football anymore. So I'm a fan.
Starfelt, you mean?
No, Ralston.
Right.
Ralston, for me, we've got, like he says, again, I don't know if I'm not disagreeing in the terms of bringing boys in, but if we bring somebody in who's really good quality, and AJ's injured and this guy does well,
yeah,
then it's down to AJ to come out the team. If that guy continues to play well, I'm a big believer of you can never get enough quality. So if you get some of the fringe players out and you do sign 2 or 3 fantastic players, and then it's down to Starfelt, Vickers, your McGregors, Johnsons, whoever it is, who position it is, Awata, whoever it is, it's up to them to challenge them and get in a team because the guys who are signing are going to come in and try and play. I just feel you can't get enough quality, JP. It doesn't matter in any position. Ideally, you would want 2 players for each position, but we all know it can't always happen due to obviously finances and the bulk of squad, etc. For me, Ralston, for European wise, I just can't see it. Stephen Welsh can't see it. Kobayashi will need to do better as well. I'm wanting to give him a chance under the new manager, but what I've seen from him so far, he's not been great. But again, in our pre-season, settling in again, it could be better. I'm willing to give Bernabei another chance under Rodgers. McCarthy, I'd love him to get a game, mate, but I just feel that his time may be finished for his own career. He should go on loan or just rip up his contract and go and get a team in place football because he is a good player, JP. Just unfortunate injuries have no helped him, and he's come into this Celtic team where maybe his game's no suited to this type of play. James Forrest, for me, I think James Forrest has got to spout wings to get back to the James Forrest of old. If he does, fantastic. I hope Rodgers can get him back. If there's a manager to get him back, it probably is Rodgers. But what is James Forrest now? 31, 32 roughly? 31, 30,
yeah,
31.
I think so.
Can I see James Forrest improving? I know Scott Brown improved, but Scott Brown was phenomenal. Scott Brown changed his game. Unless Rodgers can maybe change the way Forrest plays, I can't see how Forrest changes because sometimes he was struggling to get by men. He was always passing back, and I can maybe understand that if he was 35, 36, right, he's only 31. And if you can't get by it, I know he was getting by men the odd time, but if you can't do what you used to be able to do and then you can't adapt to your game, then it's maybe a change of scene that you need or something's going to happen because you can't keep doing what you used to do. I know you're getting older, but if you can't do what the managers want you to do, what the team need, then it's got to be changed. So, for me, JP, I just think you can't have enough quality team. So if we can bring guys in to replace these guys who are injured and then it gives them competition to come in and fight for a place, then so be it. I do feel that a goalkeeper, Alan says, I'm not going to say it's a priority because I think Joe Hart would be okay for one more season. But the European side, I can see why we didn't have a goalkeeper because he did make a few mistakes in Europe last season. But the SPFL, he was okay. He was a leader. He's shop stop. He's very good. But me and you spoke, JP, as much as he's been amazing, he was slightly making some mistakes last year, and that's because he's aging. It happens. It's natural. It happens to his all mates. It's happened to Gordon, it happened to Boric, it's happened to Forster down again down south. So it happens to when you get older, mate. It's just one of the things. I'd love us to go if again. It's just I'm taking it with a pinch of salt. I know there's wee murmurs in the press about the Croatian keeper. For me, if we can get him, it would probably cost you £9 to £10 million probably.
What's his name, Ryan?
Is it Love it? I can't say it. Dominic Loveric or something.
Domenico, which is why I'm on this. Which is why I'm on here. Really.
I don't do names.
His name is Dominic Livakovic.
He's very good, mate. In my opinion, for what I've seen of him playing, he's very good. It would be a statement of intent, in my opinion, to say that we're going to actually go and improve. We're taking this, trying to take to that level because that goalkeeper is very good and he would enhance our, how do you say it? It would enhance our chances of progressing in a better rate in Europe because with a solid goal like that in goals, it gives your defence a lift as well. No saying Hart's not a top goal because he is, but like I said, JP, you can't stop improving. You can't stay still. And if you can get a chance of getting somebody of that quality and it's able to do it, like I said to you, similar to Kieran Tierney, if that's possible, go and do it. If it's possible to go and get Fabian Vida, go and do it. If it's possible to get Tete, go and do it. If it's possible and it's in the financial restraints, then and it's going to improve the team, go and do it. I'm like you, JP. I only want us to go and do it if it's going to suit the club, it's going to no upset the balance sheet, and it's not going to upset the squad. But I do feel we need somebody that's going to. One or two guys would help JP. I'm not going to say it's got to be blockbuster names, but 2 or 3 guys with a bit of flair, a bit of how do you say it? A bit of confidence and swab to come in and make an impact. So
a bit of double denim suave.
A bit of double denim suave. I mean, you're the suave saving, all right, you know what I mean? But no, I do feel I'll let you back in, mate. But I do feel that I think there's more.
I don't know why you'll get me in a suave sav if I'm standing selling the unrestricted view fundraising tickets, mate. I'm telling you, you better set up a store now for me.
But mate, I'm not in that place again. That place is long gone. No, I think I'll let you back in now, mate. But I do feel that I just think there's more anticipation and more excitement than there is questions because I do feel the manager will answer any questions himself when it comes to getting guys out on loan or no playing guys. I think they'll maybe tell JP, but I say to you, the game, maybe the testimonial game or the game against Wolves, I think the 29th of July, I think that's maybe where you'll see who's maybe going to be running about the starting team running about because that's when maybe a week to 10 days before the season starts, you'll maybe see roughly who's going to play in his formation and the wee tweaks he's maybe done to start the season. So I think.
I was laughing today. Did you see the comment about Forrest? He says that it was like somebody doing the lineup for Forrest testimonial. Forrest was on the bench.
No, but like I say, mate, in my opinion, you can't get enough quality. If we can get somebody of the guys like Tete and Tierney, I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying because it's popped up in the media.
Ortiz, Tete, Tierney.
Tete, Tierney and Teabags.
Tete, Tierney, Teabag. That's a half 10 show in that,
that's a half 10 show.
You want to be Tete, Tierney, Teabag again?
I'll Teabag at half 10. But any sugar with that? But no, for me, JP, I've got double denim, meant the tea with double denim on. But no, I do feel, JP, that I think I'm like you, I think it's more intriguing and more anticipation than it is been worrying. I don't know why fans are worrying because you've got a first-class recruitment as it stands so far. You've got a first-class manager, so just let him cook away and do their business.
Aye, no, definitely. I don't think there's any major panic at the moment, but there is questions going to start being asked if we're this time next week, Ryan, and we're still sitting here with just the boy Thiago Home and Marco Telio only joined the club. If I do think there will be questions being asked. Like I says, I don't know if you heard me there, Ryan. You were away putting camera 5 on there, or whatever it was you were doing. But
No, I
I
heard
was
it from
saying,
everywhere.
basically there will be questions asked if
Yep.
we're sitting here this time next week and we've still only signed the boy Tilio and the boy Home. I think there will be questions being asked as to what we're doing. Is it a case of these guys that we are going for and we have already profiled? Are they not available right now? Do we need to wait? Or well, what else is going on? What else is happening? I know people are saying we need to be patient, but there's only so much patience we can have. The season starts 3 weeks tomorrow. So I was hoping there would have been a couple of new lads in to take us over to Japan and, be showcased there and get their fitness up and stuff. I don't want another Dirk Barigta moment where, again, he was supposed to be a beauty, an elite player coming in from a team like Ajax, and he wasn't fit enough. He broke down because he wasn't fit. Overall, that's what was said afterwards. He was flung right into the team. I think he'd only trained with us for 2 days or something. He was flung right into the team, and he wasn't fit enough to play.
I still
But
I can remember. Was it Ross County's debut he played against? Was it
yeah,
Ross County?
Celtic Park. Yeah.
In his first 45 minutes,
He was
he was getting
outstanding.
by men. I was like,
yeah, he was outstanding.
this boy's a player, and just on.
Yeah,
But again,
he was outstanding, and then it just all fell
aye.
apart for the boy.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it was Jerry who alluded to the goalkeeper that you had mentioned, Livakovic.
Yes.
And Jerry says he can also save penalties. It's obviously something Hart can't do. Well, that's true. I mean, I think there's been a few penalties been put into Hart now, and he's nearly went the wrong way for every one of them. Evening, Monty. Evening, mate. Hope you're well. And I think there's somebody else joining us as well from Lanzarote. M&M's joining us. He's tuning in from Lanzarote.
Brilliant.
And Barry Boy 40 is joining us from Turkey. I'm sure he
Happy
said
days.
earlier. So see how important we really are. That's obviously there's more than just one person that likes listening to us. But no, as I say, but there is definitely not any need for major concern at the moment. There will be, because I reckon Celtic fans will be asking, like I say, if it's another week or 10 days down the line and we haven't signed anybody else. Listen, mate, I read comments today that I nearly up. Not that way you want to turn your phone off and stick it in a drawer. I was nearly there every day. Every day, I know. I was nearly there. Honestly, I was nearly there. I was nearly there myself today. I swear to God.
I look on Twitter, mate, and I'm like, here we go again, man.
It's come out obviously this morning. I don't think anybody's avoided the news at all. If you have, then I'm obviously just about to inform you of it at the moment. But Celtic are obviously very close to completing the signings of Hyunjun Yang and the lad Kwon, both that play in the K League at the moment. I think we're pretty much there with the lad Yang. That's the one that I've seen there's been a fee agreed with. The boy Kwon's name only appeared this morning, but it's not the first time his name's appeared. That did appear in January as well. I think we looked at this lad to bring him in. It was asked today. I seen a comment today, and it was asked about is any of these boys going to improve us for Europe? And I seen a reply right away, and it just said no. I just, mate, honestly, like I nearly nipped into the Lidl, mate. Bought that bag of Chris and bleach that you bought the other week. No, honest, I was nearly there. Honestly, I was really, I was nearly there. That's how close I came to. Jerry, you've caught me on the hop, mate. He's asking me what's Quan's full name. I can't remember it. I'm going to check it up and then I will pronounce it to you. So if you give me just a second, I will check that up and I will pronounce it to you. But Ryan, honestly, like some of that is nonsense. Like, you know, like I can't believe people writing people off before they've even, you know.
I've seen it on Twitter myself, mate. I've seen it on Twitter and all myself today. And
Jerry, I've got it. His name is
it?
Kwon Hyuk Kyu. That's how you pronounce his name. Kwon Hyuk Kyu.
That's not my forte, mate, so...
No, that's why I'm here, mate. That's why I'm a gaffer, mate. That's why I'm here. But he plays with... I can't even remember the name of the team he plays with. He plays in the K-League, anyway.
I think it's roughly for two of them, about £5 million roughly, isn't it, for two of them, roughly?
I'm not sure. I think it's don't
2.5
quote me.
and 2.1 roughly.
Don't quote me. The lad Yang plays for a team called Gawon, and I think this is just offhand. I think the lad Kwon plays with a team called Busan Park. Now, don't quote me. People that are obviously online can obviously tell me different if it is, but I'm sure it's Busan Park Kwon plays with. And I'll say it again, Jerry, just to be on the safe side, mate. His name is Kwon Hyuk Kyu. I'm actually quite good at stuff like that. Ryan will verify that to you. I've had to do it a few times on here. There we go, Lanky. Thank you very much, mate. You see, I'm not just a big hairy-faced guy. I'm also now and again quite knowledgeable of certain things. But that was just off memory, to be fair.
I'd like to think I've got a lot of knowledge, but I just can't pronounce anything.
Yeah.
I'll leave that
this
to you,
lad,
mate.
the lad Kwon reminds me of a bit like, remember Key? Except he's a bit more taller and he's certainly a bit more harder in a tackle. He likes a tackle, this lad. Yeah. But the boy Yang Hongjun or Hongjun Yang, I think his name is. I think he's a belter.
Jerry, I need that, mate. I do need that, aye. Career lessons, I do, mate, aye.
It's all right, mate. I'll give him. It's all right. I'll give him it for a small fee. Don't worry. He'll make me. He's not making enough on a half-10 show to pay me. That's definitely not right.
She said to give me a fee. I'll give you a free show at half-10, mate. How's that? With a double
it's all right, mate.
Everything.
It's all right, mate. We're going out for a shindig tomorrow, mate. You'll be able to give me plenty of show them for nothing.
No, but I do.
And I'll no need to log in. I'll no need to log in and put a password in for them either.
Barman, get that light on. get camera 5 on.
What day 2 pints? Get something else.
Just see you commit with the cheese, JP. What are you buying cheese out for you for?
Aye. Take the bellies at the case, right? What we doing here?
Brilliant. Aye, but I think in terms of the Cream boys, for what I've seen, they look good. One of the guys, I'm sure it's a striker or a winger. The winger, I'm sure he's the one that's been pushing for it. He's been pushing for a move, and he's not been refusing to play, but he's been really pushing and wanting to come here. So that's, I think, JP, that's a good sign that obviously we don't know exactly. We are no privy to see Korean TV, etc. We can only see, as Paul Le Guen used to say, the good bits on YouTube and stuff like that. So by all accounts, their stats look okay. They seem to be decent players for that league. There was somebody on Twitter, I can't mind his name, but he says that Celtic mean business signing these two boys, mate, and this guy's getting no reason to say that for out the blue.
There's a comment here for Patrick now, and I'll let you take that, mate. He says he's already worried about Kyogo, how Kyogo's going to respond to Rodgers, never mind targets. that aren't even here yet. What I will say before Ryan comes in, Patrick, is Kyogo is already suited to Rodgers' style of play, and so is Maeda, which is why you've seen both of them already sign extensions on their contracts, and probably why they're the first go-to guys that he's wanted to keep. Ryan?
I don't know if you've listened, Patrick, on the podcast tonight, but talking about Kyogo and stuff like that, I know it might, it's maybe not possible with your budget, I don't know. But see, if you bring somebody else in who's maybe going to challenge Kyogo, if the guy does better than Kyogo, which is going to be hard, but if he does, and he's a good player that can challenge Kyogo, then that's up to Kyogo to keep his place. I'm not bothered about upsetting Kyogo. Kyogo should play football. If you bring somebody else in who's going to try and challenge him, which I doubt it, right? I doubt it. I very doubt you're going to get a striker of his quality to come to Celtic unless you're paying big money. Because he's very, very good. His movement's exceptional. He fits the system very good, and it is hard to get a striker, not just score goals, but a striker that fits the way you want to play football. As well, Patrick, I don't really feel. I think there's a few Celtic fans, no you, Patrick, but I've seen in general on social media how we're going to play this season, and Rodgers already come out and says, I'm not going to change too much, I'll make wee tweaks. I think this is just my opinion. I think it will be maybe more possession-based attacking football, but it's not going to change. He did say it'll be aggressive, it will be attacking aggressive football, so I wouldn't expect any major change in the way we play football. I know it might sound daft, but you might see more goals, because Rodgers, what I'm looking at him, he just seems right up for this. It just seems that he's going to go gung-ho attacking. Some of the boys we're looking at, it's all good, high, intense attackers, so even the guys who he's looking at midfield, they all, like the guy home, he's a midfielder, but he likes to go up, he likes to play attacking, Tilo attacking, so even though these guys will be able to defend, they'll be able to attack as well. And I think that's it, JP. I just think that whoever we sign, I wouldn't worry about who's here, because it's up to them to then take the mantle and take the challenge.
I think what I will say in terms of Kyogo, Ryan, is I think Kyogo would be suited to most managers. I don't think Kyogo needs much coaching in terms of what style to play under. I think Brendan suits his style rapidly. And again, Patrick, I think that's why we've seen these guys sign new contracts straight away. I think Kyogo must see Celtic Rodgers' team also, because he's not hesitated to sign that new contract. I think, like I says, mate, certain things just marry together really well, and it just seems to be that Kyogo suits the way Celtic want to play, and that's why I've seen a comment there about him being our talisman. That's why he's the main man. That's why he's now slowly but surely becoming the Henrik Larsson of this current era in that Celtic team. So yeah, I think it's pretty much self-explanatory. I think Kyogo's probably going to be one of the first names in the team sheet most weeks if he's fit, folks, as well. I don't care if he goes and signs another striker. He's going to be really good to take wee Kyogo from that team. I think wee Kyogo's done enough over the last 2 years to be our main man moving forward. I think Kyogo will get better in terms of his Champions League experience, and he'll get over that hurdle of not scoring in the Champions League. So yeah, I think it's pretty much sewed up in that department, mate. To be honest, Patty, I think we're okay there. That's not one of the main concerns for me personally. I don't think that's a main concern of the team just now. I think there's other surgery needed elsewhere, and that's probably what you'll see moving forward. But we do need players in the attacking area in terms of to help the squad, because right now, like I says, lads, we do have a big hole now, and Jota has left. So I think we definitely need to improve in that department, if no bring in the same level as what we already had in Jota, to then take the team forward and progresses.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but I think the attacking area in that sort of department, striker-wise, I think we're okay at the moment. Ryan, I think it's came to that time, mate, where we do the "Who Am I" quiz, mate. Now I'm not asking
That's the best
personally.
part of the show.
I'm going to
Best
get a
part of the
comment
show.
now saying you're JP, right? So that's fair enough, and that's the that's the society we
And if
live
you
in.
want,
That's
if you want to find
that's
out
where
who
we
I
are.
am, find out at 10:30.
I'll be chilling out, but then a cup of tea probably.
Double denim one.
Double denim on, aye. Set me a beach ball in my sunglasses.
Cigars it.
Aye.
Flip flops on.
Wondering why I'm sitting here myself listening to Barry Manilow LPs.
Brilliant.
What happened to the remote control with no batteries in it? Like that? How's this telly? How's this telly not get on?
Oh, brilliant.
But yes, the "Who Am I" quiz. Do you want to go first? Because you've obviously got a couple of questions for me, you said.
I'll need to get them up,
Or
mate.
do you want me to do it? You want me to do it? Because
You do
I
it.
can do it for here.
You're on the
Right,
laptop, mate.
so the first one is so there is quite a few guys because I've added this week. I've added some photos. So it'll be photos of players who they have their face covered, and Ryan's added a couple of ones from the Wikipedia type of things. We have to guess who the player is that way. So we'll do Ryan's first couple and then we'll move on to the ones that I've added this week myself. So if you can just bear with us, hopefully this doesn't take another hour of your time. But we'll put this one up first. So we have got Celtic, Middlesbrough, Bristol City, and Motherwell. Oh, 1997 to 2003. Guys, if you are in the comments, feel free to have a go at it as well. Ryan, I'm going to hazard a guess. Is it Big McManus?
Aye, Big Mick. Patrick got it and all. Alan got it as well. Big Mick.
Right, I'm actually going to take, right, from my side, I'm going to take the comment section away at the moment, okay? So that when I'm doing this, I can't see the comments, right? So I'm going to take the comments away. Right, so we'll move on to the next one, folks, okay? So well done, guys, to you who got it. Ryan, you can operate the comment side now from yourself.
I can see it.
I will take myself away from that section so that I'm not seeing the comments, okay? Oh my goodness. Auxerre, Juventus, Monaco, Levante, Birmingham, Wigan, Al Hali.
No Google, folks. Just your memory.
No,
No
no
Google.
Google, guys. None at all.
If somebody's mind to Google this guy.
I think I done this last week. No, I didn't. Wow. Juventus is a belter. Has anybody got it, Ryan, in the comments?
No, nobody yet, no.
No. No. From 1996 to 1999, he played for Auxerre. from 2010 to 2011. He only made 2 appearances. I'm guessing this guy's a defender.
No.
He's no. Is he a striker?
He can play up front and out wide.
Right, okay. When he signed for us, was he young?
Right, Jerry's got it right.
Okay. I'm trying to think right to Lavanti. We don't have anybody that's signed for we don't have anybody that's signed for Juventus. Ah, right. Okay. I think I put this up last week, did I know?
You did.
What have you done it again for?
Just test some knowledge, you can remember. Oh, you can't remember.
I can't remember his name.
He was a superstar, man. It wasn't really.
It's no Big Capo, is it?
Big Olivier Capo,
Aye, Olivier Capo, aye. Right, okay. Sorry, folks, I took a wee while with that one there. Obviously, I can't now see the comments, guys, so thanks for telling us. Well done again, Jerry.
I'll put my comments away, right, if you're doing the next ones.
Right, okay.
Right, so I can't see them.
Right, so, okay. Right, so, right, guys. Now, this one's slightly different. So, this one, his face, on the faces, the player's face is obscured. Okay, so it's not there. It's covered up. I do have the original photos as well, so once we do have a right good guess, if Ryan can get it, if not, we'll move on swiftly. Because again, I think when we're doing this, Ryan, we'll need to try and do it quickly so that we're not taking up all night when we do it as well.
Yep.
So here's the first one. Again, guys, feel free to have a guess in the.
What's that? Right, Neil Lennon season.
Is it?
It was Neil Lennon's. It must have been because that was the year. That was Lennon's last season, was it no? Or second last season? In his first spell.
Somebody's already got it in the comments.
I reckon it. It's no Hooper, is it?
Yeah, well done, mate.
Is it, aye?
Gary Hooper, yeah. Here's the original photo. Well done.
So it is.
Well done to you guys in the comments as well. We've got
who goes in the comments?
Scott Howe got it, and Ian McIntosh said Tupper as well, and Diaz88 is now said Tupper. But I don't know if they're just copying Scott and just joining in. But if not, well done. Moving on swiftly, guys. The next one is here we go.
Chris Commons.
Right off the batting, well done, mate.
Big tough.
Well done. What a player. Unbelievable.
Brilliant player, mate.
Right, guys, we're going to move on swiftly to the next one. Here we go.
Raman Vega.
Nope.
Stefan Mahe.
Nope.
That's the right hand side, isn't it?
Don't know.
Simon Donnelly.
Nope. Simon Donnelly never played in that strip ring. He maybe did in a charity match, but he's never played in it for Celtic. He was gone way before that.
It's no Steve Guppy, is it? It's no Alan Thompson, is it? No, it's no. I don't know who is that.
There's a lot of guesses coming in, but it isn't. And nobody's got it.
Tommy Johnson.
Nope.
Paul Lambert.
Nope. I'm probably going to get the third degree for this, but hey ho, he played for Celtic, so.
Was he there long?
No.
Hey,
Nobody's got it.
That's either Barnsley's team or Neil's team, isn't it? One of the two. Who's that, man?
Nobody in the comments has got it.
I'm trying to visualise who this is.
They're all saying players, that you would think was obvious. This isn't an obvious player.
I think who's playing at the back.
I'm surprised Jerry Hates hasn't got this. He knows everything else.
Is that no? I'm not going to this position. I'm going to get away. Jesus. I'll get a few more seconds because I don't want to keep it too long.
Yeah.
I don't know, mate. Don't know.
Okay, are you giving in, Ryan? Yeah.
I'm getting in.
Here's a real man here.
Who's that? Who's that?
That there, my man, is somebody that I spoke to you the other day about. That there is Fernando de Ornelas.
Is that a trial game?
It was a trial game, yeah.
That's not fair, man.
It's fair. He played for Celtic, mate. He played at Celtic Park in front of a packed out crowd. He played against Bayern Munich as well.
Fair play, then.
He played for Celtic. So
fair play.
This quiz is about Celtic players. And he played for Celtic. So, Fernando de Ornelas. For anybody that wants to know about him, if you're maybe no believing me, you can go and check it out. He played for Celtic. I was at the game. So, he played for Celtic. Here's the next one. Here we go.
That Paul Byrne?
Nope.
No, it's not John Collins. This is past my era, man. Who is it?
Is that before you, Ryan? Aye.
I was 1993, mate, so...
This is when I loved watching Celtic.
It's no Paul McStay, is it?
Somebody in the comments has already got it.
I can't even try to remember that. C.R. Smith. I didn't know if this guy played with Celtic. Tommy Coyne.
It's not Tommy Coyne. But he
Charlie
did play for Celtic. That's not Charlie Nicholas, no.
I'm just... McAvenny.
Nope. McAvenny didn't play for Celtic in that strip.
I'll have one more guess, right?
Again, he might have done he might have done when it was a charity match or whatever, but he didn't play for Celtic when they played in that strip. But somebody in the comments has already got it.
Nah, I'm not that clue, mate.
Okay, you are going to kick yourself, mate, because you already said him. There he's here. Well done, Foggy Jew. Foggy Jew got him. The Foggy Jew
second guy I says I know, man. Jesus.
So there we go.
The passing, the moving, the tempo.
That's it, mate. The passing, the moving, the tempo. How much tempo your arses went a minute ago there.
Aye. I know.
Right, here we go. Another 2 to go in this quiz, folks. I'm enjoying it as well.
I know.
Here we go. In fact, I'll give you this one first. I'll save the next one to last. Well done, Rido. Well done. That's a dead giveaway. I think that was one of the easiest ones I think I gave you the whole night. Here's a belter. This is a belter. It's better than the rest. We're here on a Friday and Ryan's trying his best.
Trying my best. Cause I'm a belter.
Hi. Here we go, mate. Do your worst.
This is name. I recognise the boots. I recognise that.
Do you? I reckon when I show you the actual photo, you'll know have a clue who it is. There you go.
He's too small for that. It's not Craig Bellamy. He's too small. He's too big for Craig Bellamy.
It's no Bellamy. No, it's no Bellamy. I can confirm that. Again, nobody has got this. Nobody in the comments has got this.
Ulrich Lawson.
Nope. Ulrich Lawson. Remember him, man?
That was O'Neill's
I never
last
done
season.
Martin McPherson there.
Was that O'Neill's last season? That strip?
It was in the O'Neill era. I can't remember if it was his last season or the season before his last.
That was the strip, I think Bellamy.
Again, I was at this game.
I'm sure that was the strip where Bellamy got a hat-trick at Tannadice. So that's his...
Yeah, he might have done now. But nobody in the comments has got this.
Did he play every week?
No.
Right.
No.
Craig Beattie?
Nope.
Jamie Smith?
But he's not a white guy, that's for sure. I don't know what you can see in terms of his skin colour on his legs, but he's not a white guy.
White guy?
Same with everybody else. I mean, the guys that are all commenting, I mean, there's names like Gravison, Pearson. This guy isn't white.
Right.
Not that it matters, right enough, but you can see that with his left knee on your left-hand side. It'll be his right knee, probably.
They play every week.
Nobody has got it yet. Nobody in the comments has got it yet.
Fernandez, no.
No, it's not Fernandez. No. I had to go higher because he's here.
I recognise the boots. Actually, as soon as I seen it, I recognise the boots.
Oh, you probably recognise the boots because right now Hatate wears them. And right now Kobayashi wears them. I seen that in the last training video. Nobody has got it.
I give up.
Alan, you've made a very interesting comment there, mate. I don't know who you... We didn't have anybody called that. Sorry, Scott, I wasn't taking the mickey, mate, but that this gentleman isn't a white male.
What is that? What is that? Is that? Right, okay. I don't know, man. Team?
Nobody has got it. Nobody has said it. If you give in, Ryan, I'm moving on.
I give up. I don't know who it is.
Okay. Here's the actual photograph of this gentleman. Here he's here.
Who's that?
Any takers?
I recognise him, but who is he again?
This, ladies and gentlemen, is Charles Eduardo Corridon.
Was he a trialist?
He was. He played against Spurs.
That's cheating, man.
It's no, man. He played for Celtic. He's Celtic player.
Man. Jesus.
I would have got this based on his legs. See his legs? I would have got, because I remember that photo being one of the only photos of him.
No, I know.
Ryan, he was sensational. We never signed him. That was a trial. He played against Spurs that night.
What did they sign him for?
I don't know. Mate, that was at the same time we had Ivano De La Pena.
Made him, aye.
And Danny. They all trialled within the space of 2-3 months together. And we never signed any of them. Neil baffled me at the time because it was run about the same time we were linked with Rivaldo.
Right, mind that, aye.
He was different gravy. He played for Paris Saint-Germain.
I know, Ian, I know. Trial, man.
Listen, mate, this is a Celtic podcast. I've said it before, guys. I'm not going to make this easy for you. I really am not. If you're looking for something... Listen, guys, see if it was easy, it wouldn't be worth doing.
If this was on FIFA, man, it'd be professional mode.
Honestly. If I'm doing a quiz on here, guys, be assured right now it's not going to be easy, okay?
Aye, sure's and quiet, Thomas.
And he was an actual player. He played for Celtic. If you play for Celtic's first team in a crowd at Celtic Park, in my opinion, you have played for Celtic. Whether it's a friendly or it's in a competitive game, it doesn't matter. You have played for Celtic.
Right, next one. What's the next one?
That is the last of them, guys. That's where we end this show.
You got a wee button. You got a wee button.
I've sent everybody away raging, and I'm loving it. Love every minute of it, honestly. These are all commenting, and that's terrible, JP. Oh, Jerry, that's terrible.
You're going
honestly,
to have
mate.
You're going to have Alan going to Jenna. What's that one all
about,
Jenna?
That's made my weekend. By the way, see if you think that's hard. Wait till you see next week's. I've already got next week's lined up for you, honestly. But like I says to you, I'm not going to make it easy. If I'm in charge of the quiz, guys, you're going to be tested, because this is all about a Celtic knowledge. It's all about using your head and using your memory. If you're a big fan like we all are on here, we can do it. We can play through it and we can get there. Wait to see next week's. Definitely. But listen, exactly, Scott. Exactly. Why make it easy? I threw in a couple of easy ones. Ryan got them right off the bat, and he got Hooper pretty quickly. And I done that because Hooper was one of Ryan's heroes when he was watching Celtic.
Oh, brilliant.
Harry boy, it's good for you to join us, mate. JP thinks he's Johnny Vegas in Benidorm, but walking about a gaff calling himself the Oracle. Mate, honestly, you have no idea. You have no idea. Seriously. By the way, what really puggles me is when I walk about the house talking, I actually get an answer sometimes. That's what really gets me. Where does that come from? And I'm in my cell. But listen, guys, that was just a wee bit of humour as well tonight. I hope nobody's actually away raging, and I hope that's not destroyed everybody's weekend. If it has, then I find that funny. But Jerry, that's no nice. That's no nice, mate. Because if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have your thinking heat on a Friday night. So just think about that. That's no nice. But no, listen, Brian.
Brilliant.
Total privilege again, mate. It's been a long week, and I just decided to add a wee bit of my humour to it.
It's been a long week. We decided to make it even longer.
Wait to see next week. Next week's who's all played at the Champions League final. Wait to see he's trying to get the Proclaimers.
By the way, if any,
who's played at a Champions League final? The Proclaimers.
Diana.
By
the way, Scott, see your comment, by the way. See your comment. Keep that for 10:30, mate. Keep that for 10:30.
Aye.
Harder the
better. Hey, Jerry, you already came, mate. I didn't open my door. The door's stuff, mate. They never get in. But no, listen. That's one of the best part of the night's been the new. Everybody's on raging. Foggy Dewey's about opening another can.
Why the long face? Your face is long.
He's on the only can tonight.
Aye. So we get the bleach.
Wind us all up, JP. That's the name of the game, Jer. That's the name of the game, mate. But listen, guys.
Brilliant.
Totally. Plunge isn't tuning in next week, bro. You're going to miss this quiz. Honestly, you're going to miss yourself. Tell you what we'll do. We'll get it recorded and sent to you, mate. And then that way we can...
a bag of cans in the Foggy Dew bag.
He's a bag of cans in the Foggy Dew.
Brilliant.
But, no, guys, listen. Again, coming to the end of the week. It's been a bit of a quick week, I know. Spells of the week's been long, but I really think Aye, yeah. I don't know who. To be honest, mate, I don't know who it was. But they never get in anyway. And they don't need to come with a white coat, mate. I've got one. I'm going to wear it tomorrow to go to Rang.
as long as you're not wearing black socks, mate, that's the main thing.
No, I'm not wearing black socks, mate. I'm going to wear my Charles Eduardo Corridon jersey tomorrow.
I'm coming out with that guy with a bald face with a beard.
And my Fernando Neila sweatband on my wrist.
I'm going to turn up on the day Fernandez just woke up at my bed.
By the way, Danny's comment. The old Rangers had more chance of paying the tax man than a full sweep I had in that quiz.
Oh, brilliant.
Listen, it's aye, definitely. It's tough at the top, mate. That's why I'm here. It's you've got to be relentless to be where I am now.
I'm actually glad I've shaved because I couldn't handle that with a beard tonight, man.
No, I've actually grew more hair in my chin listening to you try to do that quiz. But listen, guys, it's a total laugh. That's the be all and end all. That's the main part of it. And I do hope I've sent some of you away laughing. I know I've sent some of you away raging. I do hope I've sent some of you away laughing because I know I'm laughing definitely.
I think Alan's TV's going to be smashed by the end of the night. Jenna, you got a new telly, Jenna?
Jenna took it seriously. She went and got a notepad and a pen there to write some of that quiz down. I've got a perfectly 22-inch Grundig up the stair. Brilliant, man.
Brilliant.
But after a couple of curveballs into your weekend. Aye.
That's how Mrs. Live, but man.
I love that quiz there, man. He's brought on about that like Morelos eating a steak gravy pie, man.
Have you seen Michael Beale, man? He's putting a few of these sausage balls.
No, I think he's been eating half that buffet Gordon Ramsay's made up for him.
Aye, full steak pies on that, man.
He's been writing about that Pope's-eye steak.
Haggis, he's brilliant, man. Brilliant.
I did in the end, Jerry. It took me a wee while, mate. I was more thinking about Fernando Neila and Charles Eduardo Corridon in my head and how I was going to approach it. But aye, no, listen, lads, it's been totally
brilliant,
amazing, guys. Obviously, hold on. Excuse me, guys. Before we go, I just need to let everybody know that the Celtic Unrestricted View are holding a fundraising night on Friday, the 28th of July. Friday, the 28th of July. It's in Bar 1888, the Old Turnstiles Bar. It's in the London Road. Tickets are £2 each. So please, guys, we're at a stage now where tickets are becoming very, very limited. So on the night, guys, we're doing a live podcast, but this live podcast isn't going to be on YouTube, okay? It's not going to be getting recorded. We're live in the actual pub. So the live podcast included in your £2. You're getting entertainment as well, so there's going to be singing happening as well. There's a couple of singers going to be on the night. A DJ, which is Alec Beveridge. You're going to have raffles, loads of prizes, a buffet as well, guys, and just a right good, feel-good atmosphere. It's a week before, obviously, the kick off the season as well. So, again, we'll all probably be buzzing, no doubt, and looking forward to that. I know me and Ryan are buzzing. You know, hopefully we get to see some of you guys as well, because that's why we want to do this event. And, just obviously looking forward to seeing some of you face to face. We get some really good banter with you on here, and this is just on screen. So, it'd be good to see you face to face as well. Again, what you get from myself and Ryan. But Ryan, it's going to be a really good night, mate.
Aye, no, I'm just laughing on the comments, mate. Brilliant. No, like it says, me and you looking forward to it. The season as well coming up as well, so it's kind of a feel good factor for the season. Like you says, loads of Celtic fans. Actually doing a DJ and a brilliant night, singing as well, and obviously we're probably the least entertaining fact for people is probably us talking. So that'll be the start of the night, and then obviously we'll go for there. But no, but listen, I'm looking forward to it, JP. Looking forward to seeing some of the guys that we're talking to, and obviously having just a good Celtic night. And like you says, mate, that is for the fans. We do this for the fans, and hopefully some of the guys watching and listeners can get along. Like JP says, mate, it's only like you said, mate, it's only £2, and these days, mate, under obviously the conditions, well, another £2 for that, mate. I think it's quite okay, to be honest with you, mate. So again, like JP says, folks, if anybody can get involved, just get in touch with me and JP or the pages, and we'll try and get you a wee ticket.
Danny's asking if he brings is it okay if he brings a couple of joints of roast gammon?
Danny, you bring what you want, mate.
You're more than welcome, mate, but you'll need to set up outside. Unfortunately, the pub aren't going to allow us to do any hot food. So, but we will be doing a buffet for you as well. So, but Danny, if you want to bring that along me, mate, if you don't want to come in and join in with the quiz that night, mate, you can sit outside and eat your roast gammon, mate. Definitely. I'll even get some bread for you, mate, so you can have some sandwiches in it as well if you want, mate. So yeah, all good. Yeah, Scott, it's the 28th of July, mate. So unfortunately, no, Jerry, you can't watch on Zoom, mate, because we aren't doing it live, mate. So definitely no. We won't be doing that live at all. No gammon, no party. No, listen, we've all got our crosses to bear, mate. So that's what it is. It's that is what it is. But aye, as I say, we're looking forward to it now. We really are, mate. It's something that's been in the pipeline now for quite a while, and it's nearly upon us, mate. It's 2 weeks tonight, so we are looking forward to it. Again, guys, anybody that wants to come or wants any more information about it, you can reach out to us anywhere at all. You can start by the community section of our YouTube channel. Just click the wee icon, it'll take you into the channel. Go to the community section, you can message us on there, or you can message us any of the social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok. We're on all them as well. And guys, also anybody at all that's maybe feeling down, not feeling good about yourself, reach out to us as well for a chat.
Yep.
It might make you, might put you in a better headspace. Or better still, just come on here for one of my quizzes and you'll be in a better headspace before you know it. Definitely. But myself and Ryan, that's our Twitter handles I've put up on screen for you. So yeah, reach out and we hopefully will do our bit to try and cheer you up. Listen, it doesn't even need to be about your life. It can be about football. It can be about anything at all that just puts you in a better headspace. So we need to, we need to put that out there as well, guys.
Mm-hmm.
What you see is what you get with myself and Ryan on here. We're just the same in real life as we are on here. We a couple of good guys, a couple of big Celtic fans, and we love chatting about Celtic, which is why we started up this podcast in the first place. But anybody out there that is struggling at all, because men's mental health is something that isn't, in my opinion, isn't talked about very much. I think there's this glowing of fear with males. They've got that alpha in them that you think you're going to be judged right away in terms of speaking out, or when life gets a wee bit serious, it gets a wee bit serious for everybody. We've all got families, we've all got things happening, we've all got responsibilities, but sometimes it's good to chat, and sometimes it's good to chat to that stranger that maybe isn't going to, you maybe going to feel you're not being judged by them. You're not, you're not going to be, labelled by anything at all. And so, yeah, please, any chance at all you get, just speak out, man. Just say what you feel, even if we're here to listen to you. I want you to know right away. There's definitely someone here that will listen to you, and you won't be judged, and you won't be looked at like negatively at all. You'll be looked at with an open mind, and obviously, yeah, Scott, I'm really sorry to hear that, mate. There's nothing worse than you. It's a true saying, and my gran and grandpa used to always say, you think your life might be bad, son, but wait till you hear other people's problems. And I think it's things like that that just hit home now.
Aye, like you says, mate, some guys go through mental health, depression and stuff and don't really say anything. I went through it myself due to no playing football and injuries and stuff and other things in life, but we all go through it. Some people can cope with it, some people can't, and some people need a bit of help. So if that's talking to a professional, if it's talking to family, friends, if it's talking
Yeah,
to one of us through Twitter, or if it means that this show helps people, mate, then happy days. It's good for us that if it gives somebody at least an hour and a half or 2 hours
yep,
something made a highlight of their night, because watching the Dele Alli interview, there's other guys out there that probably feel the same. And one thing I want to put across to anybody on social media, or anybody in the public eye, or anybody in general, just because you're playing with football, you're getting good money, you're getting a lavish lifestyle, doesn't mean that you're happy.
yeah,
Don't believe anything you see on social media, Instagram, whatever. People I can make it, I'm happy. We can all do it. If you've got any hunch that you want to talk to people, if there's anything in life you need to put across, if it's you don't want to speak to your family friends, I know me and JP might know anybody on the chat a lot, but if it's just a wee quiet word through social media, then we'll happily have a chat. Our DMs are open, the podcast DMs are open, and just have a chat with us. Just
yeah,
if it's football, if it's general life, if it's still game, if it's anything at all, just if it means that we know you're all right, then that's the main thing. And I
yeah,
know, again, I can say for females, but I know females might not really talk to guys, more their female friends. But
mm,
I think in terms of men's mental health, I don't think social media helps, and I think the best thing is don't really look at social media because it's not
yeah,
real. So, but the main, like JP said, the main thing is if you need anybody to talk to, this podcast is here. One reason why it is here is for that. So, if anybody does need anything, then just give a wee chat and we'll let you have a wee natter to us.
yep. And again, guys, anybody that's new to the podcast at all, and you obviously like what you've watched and what you've seen, please hit the subscribe button for us. That'll give you the best chance of catching us when we're on. We're on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8:30. But again, it'll give you a wee notification, a wee ping, maybe on your device or whatever you're watching us through. When we go live or when we're ready to go live. And again, yeah, is it would help us as well to bring more content to these. The guests we've had on and the guests that are going to come back on and come on in the future. Again, all that wouldn't be possible without you guys, without you clicking that button. So again, guys, please, and also if you can, share it amongst your Celtic family, share it amongst your Celtic friends, your family, and anyone at all that you may reckon would be interested in something Celtic. Because at the end of the day, guys, if you're a big Celtic fan, then in my opinion, you can't get enough about Celtic. So again, yeah, we would fully appreciate it. But again, Ryan, Friday night, mate, and I know you're getting geared up for something else tonight. So again, mate, a massive farewell and a massive farewell to everybody else. Listen, guys, hope you all have a lovely weekend as well, and I will see you back on Monday at 8:30.
Hell,
Hail,
take
hail.
care.
Tag.